What up, everyone? It's the Normie. Hope you had a great weekend. I was busy this weekend. I went into town, drove some Uber for some extra cash, and that was pretty wild. That's a crazy and dangerous side hustle. If you ever want to hear any Uber stories, just comment down below. But Joe Rogan was trending before the weekend hit because he brought up groomers again, and I thought it would be interesting to hear his take as well as Anna Kasparian's take from the Young Turks. We won't care much about what the Buffalo fucker has to say. I can't take a guy seriously who thinks it's okay to have sex with animals, so we'll just leave him out of it. But here's Joe bringing up groomers.
The term groomer, a lot of people don't like that term online. They're very upset,
Yeah.
but they're real.
Right.
There are groomers. You don't like it? Do you not like it because you don't want children to be groomed? Or do you not like it because it's a pejorative that's used against the left, which is, I think, more likely?
Yeah.
Well, here's what's more important. Not have people groom your kids. That's what's more important than you getting uncomfortable with this word because it's used by people on the right.
All right. So Joe makes a good point. You know, are the left so upset with the term groomer because it shows them in a bad light? Joe's very intelligent. He put them in a corner here. This is pretty much checkmate. Okay? If you say you don't like grooming and it's wrong, then you're basically attacking your own base. Because they seem to think it's okay. They think it's okay to have gay pride flags up in a first grader's classroom, or Black Lives Matter flags up, or uh, uh, commie flags up in the classrooms. They're completely okay with that kind of stuff. So if you say, no, of course, grooming, we don't want people grooming our kids, that's wrong. Then you're basically saying you're wrong. You're admitting it. And I think this is a little bit of Anna Kasparian's frustration here. And Joe's not wrong. These young minds are innocent. We don't need 6-year-olds having to try to wrap their heads around these complex sexual issues. This is a form of child abuse. Here's Anna.
Joe Rogan doesn't understand why some people would have a problem with the usage of the word groomer, as the right wing in America incessantly uses that type of terminology to inaccurately describe people they disagree with. Mr. I want to protect free speech, Mr. I want to make sure that people have their voices heard, apparently loves to provide cover for right wingers who immediately go out of their way to defame people as groomers when there's no evidence indicating that they're groomers. But he's good friends with Alex Jones, who had no problem defaming the parents whose children were gunned down in Sandy Hook. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. So as you guys can see, Joe Rogan went on a rampage because he had a right winger sitting across from him. So of course he had to get down on his knees and fillet him as he.
Okay, real quick. And I just got to bring up the Alex thing real quick before we even get to the groomer stuff. That's a form of deflection. She's trying to align Joe with Alex, and that's okay to do because they're friends. And what Alex did with the whole Sandy Hook issue, he's paying for dearly. How much more does this dude? I mean, when the Young Turks are wrong, do they pay? No, because they get Google money. They have 5 million views. Okay, they got over 5 million subs. Probably millions of those are bots. Millions. And they take Google money all day long for a base. They don't even, who watches them? Who cares? What Alex did with Sandy Hook was wrong, okay? And he's paying for it. He's bankrupt. He's been kicked off platforms. But he's right more than he is wrong. And he's especially right about your base, Anna Kasparian. As for the grooming, there's plenty of grooming going on. And we don't even have to go out and find it ourselves or have the kids tell us about it, because the people doing the grooming are willingly videotaping themselves, uploading it to the internet so that people like libs of TikTok can share it constantly. There is constantly video after video after video after video being shared. To act like this phenomenon doesn't exist is, I think it's dangerous, honestly. And what is the big deal? Why must these children know about these complex sexual issues at 6 and 7 years old? Why? Does a first grader even know what a pronoun is? Have they even learned about pronouns and verbs yet? These are young kids, and if they know something, they know the majority of these children, they have a mommy and a daddy. Maybe one kid in that classroom has a mommy and a mommy, or a daddy and a daddy. One, maybe. Maybe two in the whole school, maybe. So majority of kids still have mommies and daddies and daddies and mommies, and they're probably going to grow up and be a daddy or a mommy themselves and have a husband or a wife. But they shouldn't have to think about these complex issues. And it doesn't have to be direct. It doesn't have to be the teacher being like, "Do you feel like a girl today?" No, it can be a rainbow flag up on the wall. It can be subliminal. It could be a Black Lives Matter flag or a commie flag. It could be the teacher being like, "Kids, I don't want to be called Mister today. I want to be called Mix." Well, a kid might think that sounds cool. Mix? I want to be Mix. And that's how it starts. These people don't care about children, because if they did, they would care about the preservation of the young, innocent mind. These are children. And maybe some of Anna's outrage is, I don't know, I don't think she has kids or anything. I don't think anybody would have kids with that, but like, maybe she knows at her core that this kind of stuff is wrong. You know? And maybe that's why she is projecting in this way. You have to know it's wrong. If you don't know it's wrong, there might just be something wrong with you mentally. These kids go to these schools and, they're forced into these schools because their parents have to work. And the kids go to school. They don't want to go to school. Kids hate going to fucking school, man. They go to school and they have to deal with their teachers pushing this kind of shit on them. And it's not all the teachers. It's a minority. But it's reaching, when you can have one teacher reach 25 children. That's what's dangerous about it. But I'm curious to know what you think, because I think it's wrong. I don't think children should have to be struggling with complex sexual issues at 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. 5. And I don't understand where these people are coming from that they actually think it's okay to psychologically damage a child in this way. But that's what I think. What do you think about it? I'm glad that Joe Rogan is giving this national attention. I'm very happy about it, because I really think that normies need to be made aware. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening.